Welcome back, boys and girls. Today I'm cutting a grid pattern on my QCW Wasteboard on my Elite Foreman. I've got it set up as 48 by 48, starting at the bottom left corner, front left. I got this idea from Garrett Frommey at IDC Woodcraft. I highly recommend you watch his video on this before you do anything on your machine. I'll have a link below to his video. He can explain in 3 minutes what would take me 3 hours. And yeah, he's a lot better at it than I am. So definitely watch his video first. So here's what not to do. You can't use your block to set your X and Y when you're going to make this grid. And here's why. If you set it with this, it's actually trying to put you right there on the very corner of the board. And you can't do that because right here is your actual travel limit. You can't go any further left than that little black dot there. So this is actually where the grid has to start. So don't try to use your block. Instead, do it this way. Just home your machine. Lower your Z. And what you're doing is you're just letting the machine show you where to start your grid. I'm at my limit as far as going to the left, so that's perfect. And then I would recommend that you just bump your bit right till it's just touching on the edge of the wasteboard there. And then you'll come up here and zero everything. X, Y, Z. And then just start your carve. And it should be perfect. The reason mine is inset a little bit, when I was originally trying to do this, I started out with a 48-inch grid. But because I was using this block, when I went to start the cycle, it was bumping up against here and I was getting an alarm that I was exceeding the travel limit. At the time, I didn't really understand why that was happening. So I just shrank the 48-inch grid down to 47 inches. And that's why mine starts here instead of here where it should start. But by doing that, these are no longer 2 inch by 2 inch. They're 1.9583 square. And like I said, that's not a big deal to me. I'm just making signs and plaques. It's not rocket surgery. So, I don't have to have it 2 inch by 2 inch. But when I do have to resurface my board, I will know next time. Go ahead and stick to the 48-inch grid and let the machine show you where it wants to start the grid pattern. Okay, I'm just started the grid pass. Fixing to speed it up here, 4 times speed. I'm trying to keep this video a little shorter than the last several that I've done. And as you saw earlier, I'm using a 30-degree groovy jitty, running at 80 inches per minute, 0.02 depth of cut. And on this machine, for whatever reason, 80 inches per minute seems like it's just crawling. And I suppose that's just because this machine is so much better than my Shapeoko 4 Pro that I was used to. And this is really such an easy upgrade to your machine. It makes such a difference when you're laying out your workpiece. No guesswork. You just line up your workpiece with those grid lines and it's going to be square to the machine every time. This is after the first pass, and it looks good, but it wasn't quite as clean or as deep as I really wanted it to be. So later on I run it again. All right, that was the end of the first pass. You can see how it ended up there. So here I've started I'm well into the second run of this grid. I just added 0.005 to my previous depth for a final depth of 0.025, and this was perfect. I mean, look how pretty that is. All right, thank y'all for watching. I hope you learned something, and maybe you can learn from my mistake. Yeah, we need more of that on YouTube. Show the mess up so the rest of us, don't have to make the same mistake. It's not necessary. Anyway, thank you for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe. I'd sure appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video.